ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Just Plain Living. I am John Gray.
And I'm Laura Foster. I'm supposed to be Peggy Burton, but she's missing.
She's missing today.
That's
right.
Peggy's on her way, and that is, let's get this guy over here.
You know,
most important.
Obviously, we get bored with this opening because most of the time we'll start over there on that side. Time it gets to me, they're already into the show.
Everybody knows who you are.
So anyway,
that's Jim Fuller.
I'm Jim Fuller, by the way. Yeah.
Ma. You were trying to turn me on, Jimmy, but you turned me off.
Okay, let me. I specifically asked him.
I fixed it.
Oh,
Here we go.
Yeah.
Once again. No, Peggy is on her way to Virginia. Her son, General Bart Burton, is on his way over to the Middle East, and soon. And so she and
Korea.
Shannon have gone up there to visit.
Is Korea in the Middle East?
It's all that over there. Sure it is. It's in the middle of that country over there, and it's all east to here.
All right. You say so.
Right?
Why did you want to take issue with that?
We have a guest today who's going to Sudan. We'll ask her about the geography.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I don't think of Korea as the Middle East. I think of Korea as more the Far East. It's the East. Not the middle or the far, but the east.
Lauren, you're out here treading on
No, I'm pretty sure I'm right about
this. What's the date today?
Yeah.
June the 5th.
Do you know who the governor of the state is?
The governor of the state of Tennessee is Bill Bredesen. No.
Oh, that's wrong.
Oh, that's wrong.
He's the mayor of
Lamar
Nashville.
Alexander.
No, not Lamar Alexander.
Okay.
Are you sure?
We've made our point. We've made our point.
Geography and politics are not the same thing.
Okay. All right.
I'll look it up.
Look it up. What's your favorite hair color?
For who?
For you.
For me? It depends on the day.
A blend.
A blend, yeah. I like to be red sometimes.
Really?
I don't think I've ever seen you with red hair.
It's a cool thing. Remember my little singing bee episode? It was red as a
that's right.
turnip.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Red
It's one of the cool things
How about
about
a beet?
A beet.
A tomato.
Tomato. Girls can change
how's
their
your
hair color.
garden doing?
My garden is... I'll put up a picture.
Is it good? It's not good?
It's partly good and partly bad. I kind of did some traveling and abandoned part of it, so part of it has really healthy grass, but my Brussels sprouts and my tomatoes and my peppers are doing okay. And I've been having lettuce all spring.
So you're growing really healthy grass in your garden?
It's beautiful. I enriched the soil for the vegetables that I didn't
all
plant.
All the weeds.
Yeah.
The best weed crop in
They are
Normandy.
the prettiest, happiest weeds ever.
I love it. I love it. It is the time of year, though, for this good fresh produce is coming in, and tomatoes. I love good tomatoes.
I have a lot of tomatoes. They're still green, but
corn won't be long before corn will be in, and you can have fried corn and that. What is it? Peaches and cream.
Yeah,
the one that's got two different colors of kernels on it. Oh man, that's good stuff.
The corn is called peaches and cream.
Because it's got yellow and white.
I didn't know that.
Who's the governor?
I know that.
Well, tell me, so I'll know next time.
His name is Bill Haslam.
Bill Haslam. Oh,
Yes.
I knew that. I had to read that in 1,000 news stories. Yeah. Sorry, Bill.
It's okay. You know, it happens a lot.
And who was governor before?
Bredesen.
Okay.
Bredesen.
So I was right. I was just behind the times.
Who was also mayor of Nashville before he was governor.
Correct.
Yes.
See?
So you had all of that. It was
it's all
just back in there.
It's just in the wrong order.
Rolling around in there. You know, this is a huge week.
It is.
In Middle Tennessee.
I'm telling you.
You've got the Music Tree Festival in Manchester that started last weekend. It goes up through, I guess, tomorrow.
Wednesday, yeah.
Wednesday, then Bonnaroo starts in Nashville. It's MCA week, and they're having tomorrow night are the music awards, and Nashville is full of entertainers and fans, and this whole Middle Tennessee area is just going crazy. Jay Gregory and Val are here, and Martha from Bell Buckle. They've got their deal happening down there.
What, not the big deal that they do every year?
Moon Pie Festival?
Moon Pie Festival is next. It's not this weekend.
Yeah.
It's next weekend. But they're getting ready to go on the road, so they came this weekend to publicize that, and also the big Father's Day extravaganza that Martha's going to have at the Bell Buckle Banquet Hall.
Vaguely, it makes me wish I
You
was
know
a
what?
daddy
You know what? For
ribs.
Mother's Day, they had carved chicken, carved ham, carved roast beef. For Father's Day, they got ribs, barbecued
Fried chicken.
and fried catfish, baby. It's gonna be a good deal down there tonight. So, but they're here to visit. Val's gonna play a little music. She brought one of her new band members with her, and they're getting ready to go on the road and do what they do in the bluegrass world. And it's just happening.
We got all kinds of pretty people milling around the studio today, ready to go on our
isn't
show.
it great? Look,
Yeah.
they're showing up. They're coming from everywhere.
Jeremy's here with our dog of the month.
Lauren's favorite
My
thing to do.
favorite thing, yes. He's black. I only got a glimpse of him as he went by, but he's black. He looks like Rocky.
By the way, those cats that are with you on our opening here, how did you end up with those cats?
They were born and abandoned under my house.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Something happened to their mama when they were about 4 weeks old, and they came out begging for food, and I couldn't resist. I thought I would foster them and find them a home, but there's a whole lot of people that are trying to find homes for cats. So they're mine, Romeo and Achilles.
I noticed on Facebook the other day, Jerry Mathis was on there, and he's got 5 or 6 cats he's trying to get rid of that just showed up at his house.
We have a terrible problem in Tennessee with feral cats and people not spaying and neutering their cats. And dogs as well, but it's really bad with cats. They're everywhere.
Well, I don't think there's any like most animal shelters don't take cats.
Don't take cats, right?
Take cats.
No, the Humane Society
There's no leash law for cats.
Yeah, which is a good thing. I can imagine me trying to put a leash on my cat. It's not gonna happen.
Not going to work.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen. Huh?
So yeah, we've had the Humane Society on before to talk about the feral cat problem, and I don't know the answer.
Those ferals need to take their own cats on.
Over in Guatemala, this is sad. They don't have a feral cat problem
They eat
because
them, don't
no, they don't eat them, but they still use poison on their fields for rodents, and then any feral cats that do manage to get big enough to eat the poisoned rodents and die. So there's
goodness.
Yeah, so they're natural control of their.
Lauren spent some time in Guatemala, didn't you?
Yeah, I did about 3 months a couple of years ago. It was really, really fun, really awesome.
Lauren did something, I don't know whether you folks know this or not, that probably everybody wishes they could do at some point in their life. But Lauren just withdrew from society. Didn't you, for a few months?
I did. I sold everything, liquidated everything, and took off. It was awesome. But it had only been longer. If I had not had to come
for
back.
the rest of your life.
Yeah, if I was sending you postcards from some place in Thailand, that would be the ideal. But oh well.
So are things cheaper in Guatemala than they are
Oh
here?
Lord, 7 times cheaper. Your dollar
Really?
goes 7 times further at that time.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure it hasn't changed that much. But yeah, I mean, I went to the most expensive restaurants and stayed in expensive hotels and lived like a queen, and my bank balance never really dropped that much. It was amazing.
Oh, well.
7 times.
And Jimmy goes, oh well.
And I made
We
friends.
don't have that choice, do we, Jimmy? No.
I made friends with the tour director there, so he would include me every time that he was going on somewhere that I would want to go. And we went to one of the northernmost communities in Guatemala near the Mexican border called Todos Santos, and there were no average aged men. There were only male children and male elderly. All of their work age men were in America working.
Really?
And sending their money back, and that town was using all of that money on their infrastructure, and so they were one of the more prosperous towns, even though they were still very authentic and wore the traditional Mayan Indian garb, and it was very interesting. I had a good time in Guatemala.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Well, in Peggy's stead, we want to make sure that you folks out there realize that Guys and Dolls will be is being done by the Community Playhouse here in Tullahoma, and that'll be the 28th, 29th, 30th, and 1st of July, and that is being done at the high school, but being done by the Community Playhouse, and we're going to have some of those folks on, I think, next week or week after next to promote that.
And Peggy's directing the orchestra?
Peggy's directing the orchestra. Rosie Graham and Janet Patterson are directing the play. And Proud Father, my son Jacob, has one of the lead roles in it. He is he is Sky Masterson.
He's a talented
who
boy.
is the way he gets his name as Sky is that how he bets. The sky's the limit.
Really?
So everywhere he goes, he bets the sky, and he's a guy with some money.
Huh?
And the whole thing starts off with a bet, and then it goes from there. And he get what the other guy's name is that has a roving dice game. Nathan Detroit. Nathan Detroit was played by Frank Sinatra in the movie.
Either. I'm a little ashamed, aren't you? I was a theater major. You would think I would have seen Guys and Dolls at some point.
Yeah, it's not like it just came around, you know.
So they make a bet. Yeah. They make a bet to start this whole fiasco that takes place.
I'm gonna have to try
and
to
it's the music's really, really good, and they'll have a cast of about 30
big production.
Doing that. But it's all, they don't have any small children. A lot of the plays have small children. They have middle-aged children and adults.
Middle-aged children.
Well, teenagers or young teenagers, whatever. But but it's a good thing. So put that on your calendar, because there's so much that goes on in this town and all small towns now. I mean, it's like you hunt a night to try to have an event where nothing else is happening. You're not going to find one.
Never find one, right?
There's stuff happening all the time. So if you're not doing anything, you're sitting around bored. It's nobody's fault but yours, because there is all kinds of stuff to do. From the Bell Buckle Cafe to the Tullahoma High School Guys and Dolls to Nashville to War Trace to the Monteagle Mountain to Manchester, Bonnaroo,
Normandy,
kayaking. There's everything in the world to do around here.
Yep. Every day.
You reckon did I leave anybody out?
Nope.
I don't think so. I think you covered it up.
They all got a good little push right there, didn't they? We love our sponsors.
We do. All right.
All right. I think we're out of time, John.
Yeah, let's go right now. We'll be back after some more with a few messages from some of those good sponsors with the rest of today's show. Don't go away. We're going to have some fun. We're going to play a little bluegrass music.
Serving you as a local firefighter. Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force. Serving Tullahoma. Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
How can toys like these lead to a 6-year-old's death and leave another child permanently brain damaged? Because they're not toys at all. A safety message from your local fire department and this station.
Oh, there's my cat. Should I put her away?
Lighten it up a little bit.
How's this? Great.
Good. There we go.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors, and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Cove Lake, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Martin Weakley, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, Rugby in the Big South Fork, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Welcome back to Just Plain Living. I'm Lauren Foster, and this is my favorite segment. Everybody knows that I love it when the animals come on the show. Welcome, Jeremy Mitchell from the Tullahoma Animal Shelter.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having
me. I know
it's
sometimes we lose him because he is so busy. There's so much to do, and we always feel fortunate when you're able to make it.
Well, I really appreciate it, and we appreciate what you guys do for us, allowing us to bring a dog on the show and get it out there that they all need homes. And
I do. And so our special dog of the month today. Tell us about her. She's got a little little stage fright.
Yeah, she does have some stage fright. She's a little nervous. Her name is
Jimmy.
Yeah, her name is Jemmy. She is a Labrador mix, and she's about 2 years old. Let's see if we can get her on the screen there.
Okay.
She's definitely hard to take a picture of too. She wants to,
Here, you want to baby
she will also be our dog of the week. She will be in the Tullahoma Exchange, Tullahoma News.
How about a treat?
Thanks to she's nervous.
That's okay. No worries, she's all right.
Our dog of the month will receive a free spray, although Jemmy has already been spayed. And she's had some of her shots. She will need her rabies shot. But
now, do they get the shots as well? With
we only a veterinarian can give the rabies shot, so we don't have an on-site vet. But when you adopt a dog from us, you just take them to a vet and they'll administer the rabies shot.
Okay, awesome. Now, where did you find Jemmy?
Jemmy was an owner turn-in. Unfortunately, they had too many dogs and had to relinquish one. But she's a very good dog. She's very submissive. Will make somebody a great pet, indoor or outdoor pet.
Okay, she looks a lot like my dog Rocky. That lab gene shows through really, really prominently.
Yeah. I've seen her hypersize, so she does like to play.
So she does, yeah. Well, we do have a crowd in the studio today and a lot of noise, and so a lot of reasons for her to be nervous. But she's sweet as can be. Now, the dog of the week, where do we look for that?
You can look for it in the Tullahoma Exchange or the Tullahoma News.
And the way that works as well is that the dog of the week gets a free spay or neuter. After you've had the pet for a little while and made sure that he's going to fit in with your family, they'll spay and neuter. Okay.
And right now we're having a program where if you adopt a dog for a $35 adoption fee, we'll throw in a free spay or neuter.
Oh, awesome.
We've got a lot of dogs right now. We're trying to find homes for. So,
how many?
Probably about 60.
60 dogs.
All different kinds. I just picked up an English Bulldog today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Over at the U.S. Bank, they had found it running on Highway 55 near Coca-Cola plant. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad they were able to, because it's so easy for dogs to get hit by cars. So do you notice any sort of pattern as to when there are more dogs in the shelter than not? And did the economy, was there a reflection?
It does have a lot to do with it, especially, people not being able to take care of their animals as far as buying food and getting proper shelter, things like that. We did take a pretty big hit when the economy started going down.
No, we were talking in the opening about Guatemala. One of the big pushes there is that they have an attitude that they don't want to neuter, especially their male dogs. It's sort of a machismo kind of thing. So there's a real strong push. How bad is the wild, stray dog population, or is it?
It's not real bad right now around here.
Because you're out policing the streets and picking them up.
I mean, unfortunately, when it comes to situations like that, sometimes we don't have a choice but to put them down. I mean, just for public safety, things like that. We've had dogs going around that weren't human aggressive, but would attack other people's animals, and we tried to trap them, and they wouldn't. They were trap smart. And, last resort. Of course, we can't allow it to continue, but. It's a sad day for everybody when that has to happen, but and it's really, the irresponsible pet owner that allows that to happen.
Well, and if you can't catch him, there's no way that you can't scan him to see if anybody.
Let's put a microchip, which that English Bulldog did have a chip. Well, the problem was the chip wasn't registered. So if you get a microchip in your dog, please make sure it stays registered so we can get that dog home.
Now, are they putting GPS trackers in animals these days?
I've heard of that. We don't offer that program. It's just the microchip we scan for. But I have heard I think it's fairly expensive, but you can track where your animal is.
My brother's Airedale got frightened by a storm and ran off and couldn't find his way home. He was missing for almost 2 weeks. And it was torture for everybody for all that time. If he had a GPS tracker, they could have figured out where he was.
Yeah, if you have a dog that's scared of storms, I'd definitely be sure that you keep him contained. That way he doesn't get out.
Yeah,
because we do get quite a few strays after a storm.
Now tell us about the chip program.
The microchip. If you adopt a dog from us, you can get a microchip for $10.
$10. Okay, and what
Dr. Nichols here in town will insert it for free.
Okay, awesome. A $10, and it's just invaluable to be able to get your pet back home. If for some reason he wanders off, they can scan it and figure out who owns it and get them home safely.
Our goal is definitely to get the dogs home, not to bring them to the shelter.
No, you said she's spayed.
Yeah, she is already spayed.
Okay. So you don't know where the English Bulldog came from?
Somewhere near the Coca-Cola plant. That's where they said they picked her up at. So I'm assuming near Ham Street, Anderson Street, because English Bulldogs don't have a tendency to run real far. They're kind of a slower animal. They have smaller hearts than their body, so they don't do a lot of running. That's why we don't get a whole lot of them.
We always take this time to tell people the proper treatment of your animals during whatever weather we're having, which is usually pretty hot now.
Yeah, it's getting pretty warm and we're getting lots of rain, so please make sure that your animal has proper shelter. Carports don't count, awnings don't count. They actually have to have a dog house or a garage, something to get into that has walls. Please make sure they have food and water at all times. I run into situations all the time where they'll put a small bowl of food and a small bowl of water and keep the dog out all day. If you're going to keep them out all day, please make sure they have enough. Because we get calls all the time about they're saying that they're going without food and water. Doesn't mean you're not feeding water in your pet, but they're going without
for a long time. Yeah.
Please make sure you secure the bowls because the dogs have a tendency to knock them over on the chains and different things like that. And it's the owner's responsibility to make sure that happens.
Okay, great. Jeremy, thank you so very much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you as always. And there's always a need for donations at the animal shelter. There's their number on the screen. If you can donate food or blankets or kennels or anything at all, and monetary donations will go for medical care.
For medical care, yes.
Okay. The Tillum Animal Shelter, except for the stray situation that we were talking about before, in which an animal is a danger, they are no-kill shelter, so your support is greatly needed. And adopt a shelter dog. They're the most grateful in the whole world.
They really are. Yeah, they really are.
All right. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
And y'all stay with us. We'll be back with more Just Plain Living right after this.
I went to several colleges, but when I stepped into this gym, it just felt like home.
Just learning the different techniques and the way Mr. Bryan tells us how to study the subject. Art, that's where it's really at for me.
I decided to go to nursing because I've always wanted to help people. You make those connections that you probably never forget. This is my motto, my future.
I'm Marley Matlin for the American Red Cross. In an emergency, infants and children can't always tell you what's wrong. Being able to read critical signs and knowing how to respond can make all the difference. The Red Cross offers infant and child CPR training, where you can learn how to recognize and respond to respiratory and cardiac emergencies. Visit www.redcross.org or call 1-800-HELP-NOW. Together, we can save a life.
For things other people get right away just doesn't make much sense. Get high-speed charter internet and enjoy downloads way faster than DSL.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're pleased to have joining us on the set now Rachel Luzader, and Rachel is from Moore County, Tennessee, right next door to us here, and she's doing something that's pretty unique and pretty exciting. And I'm going to get Rachel to tell us a little bit about what you're going to do.
I'm going to Southern Sudan and Uganda and Africa, and I'm going on a mission trip with Teen Missions International, and I'm going to be building a New Hope type base in a place called Yi in Southern Sudan, Uganda, and
what was the name of the organization you're going in?
Teen Missions International.
Tell us a little bit about Teen Mission and what they do.
They've been around for a while. They send teens to different places in the world, like Italy, Paris. I'm going to Africa. They have different places in Africa. They send people to Haiti, and it's just for teens to go and experience, missions. So,
how did you get hooked up with the Teen Mission?
My pastor, his wife went, and she's probably, I don't think she wants me to tell you guys her age, but she's, over 40, and she went when she was a teen.
It's okay to be over 40.
And and also her daughter went, and someone else in my church went just recently.
Oh, okay. Have you had, so you sort of got connected with them through your church, and so have you had an interest in that? That's a pretty long ways to go at a young age for you. Have you had an interest in that for a while?
I have. Their family, my pastor's family, went to Africa, the Zidans. I don't know, people may know them.
I do.
You do? They went to Africa for about 6 months, I guess, and I was really interested in it. I was like, oh, that's so cool. So I looked into it, Teen Missions International, and they have this is the first time they'll be going to Southern Sudan. And so I'm going there. It's the very first time that they've ever sent anyone there, and we're going to be building houses and stuff. So I'm really excited.
You're going to be building houses?
I am, with my muscles.
Have you ever had any experience in building houses?
Not really. They're going to teach me when I get there, so new experience.
Have you had an opportunity to learn about the area you're going to be going to, or will you be finding it out just when you get there?
I think I've kind of Googled a little bit, but I'm not like fully, I haven't learned exactly everything that I will learn when I get there.
Right. So. I think you told me you were homeschooled, and so where are you in your educational level right now?
I'm done with my junior year, and next year I'll be a senior, and I also dual enroll at Motlow. So I took English and Trig there last semester at Motlow. So.
Do you? I think I might have asked you, did you know anything about the area there? But I think Jim Zidane has been into that area before, has he not? So
I think he went to Zimbabwe, which is it's a little bit, I think, southern of Sudan. But yeah, he's been to Africa.
Right. Now, you told me you were 17. Have you ever been away from home for?
I worked at a Christian camp last summer, so I've been away for about a week at a time, but I've never been away for 2 months, which is how long I'll be gone.
Yeah. How difficult was it for you to talk your parents into letting you do this?
It wasn't too difficult. After they heard, because there's a little bit of unrest in Sudan, they're kind of like, are you sure you want to go? But it wasn't too difficult. They know that, if it's God's plan for me to go, that it's okay.
I think, it's really kind of inspiring that you would take this on and say at such a young age. I have to say I'm quite impressed. So you obviously have been seriously involved with your church and really has to be a big part of your life, I think, for you to take this on. Is that an accurate statement?
It is. I really like my church, and I enjoy everyone in there. I think that they help me grow in my relationship. All of them are very focused. They love Christ, and even though sometimes we mess up, we know that we can always go to Christ for forgiveness.
Right. So Jim Zidane is your pastor,
is
right?
Is.
Okay. Right. Do you, I would wonder if you, as it gets closer for the time for you to go, if you're somewhat apprehensive about going so far away and into this country.
I'm a little bit. I'm worried. I won't have any contact really, except for writing letters. But that's very it's not like texting someone or anything. It takes a while. So it'll be different not being able to call my mom up or call my friends up. So it'll be different.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, this is a huge problem. You mean that there's no cell phones there?
There's no cell phones there.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that'll be different for me. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm even more impressed now. When you get there, are there somebody what are you going to eat when you get there? Those kinds of things. Are you familiar with the customs of this particular country?
I'm actually not sure what I'm going to be eating there. I haven't really been told. I hope that it's edible as far as I know. I don't know.
You think you're going to miss your mother's cooking while you're gone?
Well, my mom isn't that much of a cook. My dad. Okay. my dad cooks the most, and then I cook. So.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Bad question for me. Is that your mother you're here with in the audience?
She's laughing.
Don't worry, we'll get you a ride home.
Okay.
After that statement. So, when will you be actually leaving to go on this trip? I'm
actually leaving this Friday.
Okay.
They trained me in Florida. That's where the Teen Missions International is, and I trained for about 2 weeks, and then I fly to Africa, and then I ride on a train, I guess I would say, or a bus to Uganda and Southern Sudan.
Okay, so they actually plan on getting some work out of you when you get there, I would think, because of the training. What sort of training do you anticipate that you'll be doing?
I know they do. They try to train us in how it's going to be in Africa. So that we live in tents, and we have to wash in buckets. We have to do wash ourselves in buckets, wash our dishes in buckets.
No running water there then, right? So it's not like they're going to go put you up in a hotel somewhere and it's going to be fun and games. This is a serious issue, right? Okay. All right, you're leaving this Friday, be gone for 2 months. This is going to be quite an experience, I would say. Hey, do you like going camping? Do you ever do that to kind of prepare you for this kind of thing?
I think I've been camping once or twice. I'm not too familiar with it, so I guess I'm kind of learn when I get there.
Right.
So hopefully I like it. So.
Right. Okay.
Hopefully I'll survive.
Are there spiritual and religious things that you'll be doing while you're there as well?
In Uganda, we will be sharing our testimonies. We'll also be doing like puppets and dramas, and our ultimate goal of going there is to give everyone a chance to, reach them and let them learn about Jesus Christ and accept Jesus Christ as their Savior.
And what about the language barrier? How are you going to deal with that? Or do they speak English there? Or?
As far as I know, they do. I think they speak English and they also speak Sudanese. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
So hopefully they speak English so that we can speak.
Okay, if it's happening Friday, if you're watching this is Tuesday, it's probably too late for her to chicken out on this now. She's and other than her comments about her mother's cooking, she's probably in good shape. We'll have to get her, as I said, a ride home from the studio today. Rachel, thank you so much for being on our show today, and I know it's going to be a great adventure for you. Thank you so much. We'll be right back in just a moment with more living right after these messages.
I'm NASCAR driver Mark Martin. You know what's worse than waiting in traffic? Waiting in the emergency room when you're in pain. So choose the ER that's extra fast, ER Extra. ER Extra is specifically engineered to get you the help you need and back in action with race car speed. ER Extra. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
ER Extra. Exclusively at Harton Regional Medical Center.
Get Tullahoma's news first, fast, and free with Tullahoma's news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Jimmy and Jenny bring you local weather, sports, community calendar events, birth announcements, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Tullahoma's news, get it first, fast, and free with news leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
When you see the sign, The Main Event, take a close look inside at a hair studio that offers services by some of the best master stylists in Middle Tennessee. These stylists offer a list of services that compete with large city salons, from trendy cuts for men, women, and children to the latest color techniques, including highlights and bold color accents. Other services offered include permanent hair weaving and relaxing to formal hairstyle for that special occasion. You can also give yourself a very special treat with a full makeover, including full body waxing. For your convenience, we are open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until the last client leaves happy. Call and make your appointment at 931-571-8682 or stop by our Tullahoma location at 207 North Jackson Street. Pamper yourself at The Main Event today.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and this is fun for me because I get to have some of my favorite peeps up here, and that are the peeps from Bell Buckle, and I have with me today Jay Gregory and Martha from the Bell Buckle Cafe and Bell Buckle Banquet Hall, and they're here to talk about all the great things that are going to be happening in Bell Buckle over the next couple weeks. Greg, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you, John?
I'm doing fine. And there's Miss Martha's never been on the show. You've probably seen Martha when you've been down there to the recital hall, banquet hall, or she's in charge also of that facility. A lot of people don't know has a state-of-the-art state-approved, accredited kitchen in there, and that's where all of their banquet and catering food is created down there. Also, of course, some of it probably comes from the Bell Buckle Cafe, as y'all need to swap back and forth there. But the majority of your banquet food and your catering food comes from the banquet hall itself. Martha's the one that runs all of that, and you'll see her at Tennessee Heritage Backroads events and stuff. Martha's always around trying to get you to taste a little barbecue, a cup of cookies, or something like that.
A cup of cookies
that they've got going on over there at Bell Buckle.
Well, Martha's the president this year of the chamber in Bell Buckle.
Oh, so congratulations! I knew that and I forgot that. I guess congratulations.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, huh?
A lot of work, huh?
It is a lot of work. A lot more work than I thought.
But Martha's a really good promoter.
Well, you know, John, what we do in Bell Buckle that I started years ago is we decided a long time ago to do everything the old-fashioned way in Bell Buckle. So I just sit back and let the women do it.
You are one of the...
Yeah.
One heck of a guy.
I bow down. Bow down to your brilliance.
And the women do it really well, John.
Most of the time they do.
Yeah.
Most of the time they do. And
so what's happening?
TV. I like that.
What we got? Look at here. Look at here. What we got here? There's one on the floor over there. Look at that. Moon pie. Well, imagine that. Take that camera right off of me and go to that moon pie. But that's all right, because I don't care.
Well, Martha, tell them what you've been working on with this moon. Martha's been working with folks there in Bell Buckle on this Moon Pie Festival, and it's our 18th year of doing it, and she can explain to you some of the things coming up. We've got some exciting guests, and it's always a big deal with the race and everything, but Martha can explain that.
Well, our biggest thing at Moon Pie is the parade, and this year our king and queen is going to be David Frizzell, who is Lefty Frizzell's brother, and then Jet Williams, who is Hank Williams' daughter, is going to be our queen. So that's going to be our parade, which is the highlight. And they're both great supporters of MADD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. So I think that's going to bring in a lot of people that are, for Mothers Against Drunk Driving. The Moon Pie starts out with the race at 7 o'clock, and then we're going to go into the parade. And after
now, what kind of race is that?
Oh, it's a running race, 10K.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
okay.
yeah.
I didn't know whether it was an out race or
I guess I shouldn't call it a race. I should call it a run. It's a run.
It's a run.
It's
yeah.
a run.
How many moon pies you could eat in 10
That would be a race, right? We do have some little races. We got the RC Cola Dash, which would be a race.
Okay, that would be a race. There you go.
We're going to have a karaoke contest, cornhole contest, and then of course we'll have the little games for the kids, which is the RC Cola Dash, the Moon Pie Toss, the Moon Pie Hula Hoop. And I think that's it, isn't it? Oh, no, and the hog calling contest.
Hog calling?
Yes.
Sue.
And then we're going to end by cutting up the world's largest moon pie, which we're lassoing the moon pie, because it's all about go country this year, because we have our country king and queen.
Very good, very good. Okay. And obviously, the moon pie people that produce moon pies are very involved in this. Where are moon pies made?
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga's where that company
Bakery
is down there, and
yes.
so if you need a 10-foot moon pie, they'll make you one.
They can't be 10 foot because we have the largest.
Yeah, we do the largest one.
Well, I mean, y'all are the only ones I would imagine that. How big is it? How big is the largest one?
I'd say it's about 10 foot about.
About that big,
I don't
4
know.
feet.
It's probably about that. Yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah.
You could only. It'd take 2 seatings for you to eat it, I think.
How many of those moon pie sundaes that you have down at the Bell Buckle Cafe could you make out of?
Quite a lot. Because it feeds like all the people that come to the moon pie. I mean, I think pretty much everybody gets a taste of the moon pie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of that little
good.
chunks. But yeah,
that's really good. That's one of the things. Bell Buckle is. What was it that the old boy that was first started trying to promote that called it the Enchanted Village?
Enchanted Village, yeah.
Bell Buckle.
That was Jim Bomar.
Jim Bomar.
Yes.
Oh, good old Jim.
Real estate guy. Mm-hmm. He promoted the Enchanted Village, and it sort of is that way because there's always, y'all are really good about every couple of months there's some kind of a special event happening down there. Daffodil Days, Moon Pie,
Mutts
this
in
and
May.
that and the other. Mutts in May.
Yeah, the
That's
big web craft show is huge in October. We look forward to that every year, and that's just an amazing, wonderful thing that goes on there.
So what you're doing also down there to make Bell Buckle a special event place is you figured out that about once a month there's something special that happens on the calendar that allows you to have a big buffet celebrating it
so far
at the banquet hall.
We are doing that now. I'm in collaboration with a chef that's very well known in this area by the name of Bill Hall. He works with us now, and we're combining his culinary expertise with our I wouldn't call our culinary expertise just comfort food. And we're combining the two things. He does a little fancier cooking than we do, and we kind of do the comfort food thing. But the combinations worked real nice. So we're feeding people like on Mother's Day and Easter and things like
Father's
that.
Day coming up. That's why I bring that up.
Exactly correct. In 2 weeks, call and get your reservations because we had a lot of people on Mother's Day, and we have to take reservations. But
you had about 400 or 500 on Mother's Day.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
They all wanted to eat at the same time.
Well, and what I told them, last night, and on the Tennessee Traveler Show, and earlier on this show, it's like, this is, Mama got carved ham and carved roast beef. Daddy gets ribs.
And brisket.
Daddy gets brisket.
Catfish.
Daddy gets barbecued chicken. Daddy gets catfish.
Yep.
And pulled
Daddy's
pork.
going to be happy.
And we're going to have vinegar slaw, creamy slaw, baked beans, all the things that a fellow would like to have on Father's Day. You know.
There you go. There you go.
But there's plenty for the ladies and everyone else too. Bill makes a wonderful array of different top dishes of salads, all kinds of different salads.
Yeah,
you know some of them, Martha.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, he does a 7-layer salad. He does a nice Greek salad.
The Greek salad.
Oh, the corn pudding.
Corn pudding is wonderful.
Yeah,
he does a egg salad, congealed egg salad.
Yeah, that was really good.
That is very good.
And the coconut mousse is awesome.
Coconut mousse.
Oh, and the Russian, what is it? That
the
Russian
Italian cream cake. Oh yeah, the Russian cream is good.
Is great. The Italian
some brown
cream
sugar
cake,
on top of
they're just
the sliced tomatoes and cucumbers and
the
vegetables
sliced tomatoes
and
are
the
beautiful.
sauces and everything with the cheese on top. You know, it's great stuff. Bell Buckle is where you find it. These folks right here are friends of mine. They'll be friends of yours after your first trip down there, folks. I guarantee you, you'll be proud you went, and you will forever be hunting a way to get back down there.
Well, all the several that we've done so far, there's only been one person that hasn't liked it, and we don't let them come in anymore. So
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Jay Gregory, Martha, thank y'all for being with us today, and thank you for all the great things you do for this surrounding community in this area. And what we're going to do a little bit later is we're going to bring Valerie Smith and one of the members of her new band on, and we're going to have a little bluegrass music here a little bit later on, and that'll be back after a few of these messages right here. Don't you turn away. It's still good. The greatest dad deserves the greatest meal on his special day. So Jay Gregory and the Bell Buckle Bunch are going to make sure that happens by serving up a delightful Father's Day buffet. Featured chef Bill Hall of Our House fame has teamed up with the Bell Buckle Cafe to offer a wonderful menu at the Bell Buckle Banquet Hall on Father's Day. Beef brisket, ribs, catfish, barbecued chicken, and pulled pork, along with Bill's famous salads, breads, vegetables, and desserts. The Bell Buckle Banquet Hall Father's Day Buffet is June 17th from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. Adults $22.95, children $9.95. He's the best, so give him the best. For reservations, call 931-389-0223.
Times have changed since Traders Bank first opened our doors in 1889. Back then, online banking meant people were waiting ahead of you. And technology? The word hadn't even been invented yet. Even though banking has transformed over the years, at Traders, one thing has never changed. Friendly smiles, a neighborly hello, and a sincere appreciation for our customers. When a Traders employee says, "You're welcome," you are, and you always will be. Traders Bank, you're welcome. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
These are the children who had no chance. They're known as Brazil's street kids. They wander the streets dying by the thousands from drugs, AIDS, and bullets. Most of them have been abandoned, left to survive on their own. These children needed a place to go. I had to do something. So I brought it up at Rotary. People heard about what we were doing and asked how they could help. Together, we raised funds to give them a home and open the school. They're learning a trade. Now hundreds of kids have a family and a future. They're contributing to the community because Rotary believes in making things better for everyone.
Rotary is making a difference right now.
They have hope.
Rotary gives people an opportunity to help.
All right, folks, we're back. Let me get down here where my head's not cut off. And we're I don't know, let's see. Mr. Eyeball, that's me. All right, here we go. We're here now with Valerie Smith. And Valerie, I want you to introduce your new friend, who is a new member of your band, and she is just delightfully lovely.
She is very delightful. I found her in Georgia.
A Georgia peach.
She's a Georgia peach.
Brought her to Tennessee.
A product of an entire family of musicians that I saw years ago. Got reacquainted with her this year. She's a lady that plays many instruments. Banjo is actually her first instrument, but she's playing guitar for me because she's also very good at that. So I'm happy to have her here in Bell Buckle, Tennessee, and she's going to accompany me on some tunes today.
And what is her name?
Oh my goodness, Laura Ray. Laura Ray, people. Laura Ray.
Laura Ray. Yeah. And Laura, so Valerie says your whole family plays?
Yeah.
And that's mom and dad and brothers and sisters and everybody that's around, uncles and aunts and big time.
Oh yeah,
big
everybody,
time.
all the time.
All the time, on the porch, in the living room.
Can't get them to shut up.
Can't get them to shut up.
She had the whole gang there. I was at Dollywood last week at the theater, and the whole family showed up, and they were all cheering for her in the audience. She had a whole gang there in the audience just for her.
So y'all played at Dollywood last weekend, and how did that go? You shared the stage with Ricky Skaggs, didn't you?
Well, yeah, we were in the same. It was like a huge festival that went on throughout the entire park, and Ricky Skaggs was playing at the Celebrity Theater. I was playing at the theater next to him, and Dylan Vincent was playing at the theater next to him. So it was a huge time at Dollywood, and so I think people that were bluegrass fans got to see their fill. They got their fill that week. So. And
so everything went well. You were pleased with the way everything went?
Yeah, we had good crowds. Things went really well. I'm here today, so I guess
you're here. You're good. Now you're here today, but on Thursday you're leaving again.
I am leaving again. It's my East Coast tour, and I'm going all down through the East Coast. I don't even know where I'm going exactly, but I'm
put you on the bus and you'll ride.
Yeah, I'm packed. My daughter will go with me. ValerieSmithOnline.com. ValerieSmithOnline.com has my whole schedule. And
that's ValerieSmithOnline.com.
Then I'm taking part in July and August to record and finish up my next album. And so
Grammy award-winning album.
I plan on it if I can make it happen.
I bet you can.
I've slowly been working on it for a long time, and it has some new songs, but some of them are classics that people have forgotten about that are just.
You're ready for it too, aren't you?
I'm ready. I'm ready for it, but I'm being very patient because.
How long have you been working? You know, Valerie was telling me she's been working on that album. What now? About over a year.
Actually, you know, if you really were to look how long I've been working on this particular album, it's about 10 years.
10 years.
I mean, I've done albums between this album, but this album in particular has taken me about 10 years because to me it's an album that the songs have got to be pieced together just right to make it really flow and
make the whole thing a story
and make it stand out the way it needs to.
Yeah, good girl. I'm excited. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, it'll be fun. I'm not too far away from being done with it because I know what I'm going to put on it now. So. Okay.
Well, you two want to give us a little taste of what the new Valerie Smith sounds like?
Yeah. Well, I've never changed. I'm the old Valerie.
I know.
And I've always stayed true to that old sound. With me, everything's just been a learning experience of, what has Valerie learned this year in her career. And I think the thing that I've learned the most over the years, I've been blessed to have met many legendary singers and have watched them perform and have studied their material. This year is kind of the year of Glenn Campbell for me because it's his last farewell tour. He has Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And I think that Jimmy Webb, who wrote his songs, I look at them as being one of the most classic duet partners that wrote songs and sang together as an example of how important the song is to the singer and the singer is to the song. And so this year has kind of been, the last few years has been my year of recognizing the great songs with great singers and singing them right. So this is one of them that's a hidden treasure. Glenn Campbell recorded this on the Jimmy Webb album. Want to do it? It's an interesting tune. Didn't really understand the words until this year. And that's funny to say, but I think it's something you just have to think about. It's called Ocean in Her Eyes. So,
okay, let's do it.
You ready, Laura?
Yeah.
Laura's ready. I've heard you say you love me. Now I'm not sure you know just what you mean. 'Cause if you did, you wouldn't leave me.
That is good stuff. That is good stuff. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
For being with us today. And you're wonderful.
Thank you.
Pretty smile, pretty face, great instrumentalist. Hey, y'all have fun on the road. Be safe. Come back to see us.
We'll have a good time.
Okay, have a good time and bring back good news.
I'll bring back good news. I always do.
Okay, sweetheart. Thank you so much, dear.
See you
All
later.
right. Good to see you, dear.
Thank you.
Folks, we'll be right back after these messages.
It is said that the eyes are the windows to the soul, and the Eye Care Center wants to make your eyes the best windows possible. The professionals at the Eye Care Center have been offering comprehensive eye care for over 30 years. From eye examinations to eye surgery, from children to seniors, we have the services you need. We pride ourselves on taking the time to fully understand our patients' wants and needs. Each patient is a unique situation and deserves our full attention and the latest treatment options. So call or stop by one of our 4 convenient locations and start seeing better today.
Hello, this is J.D. Oliver from the Smokehouse on Mount Eagle Mountain. Me and my sisters Nancy and Betsy would like to thank you all for your continued support. This year we're celebrating our 50-year anniversary at the Smokehouse. In conjunction with our 50-year celebration, we are bringing Music on the Mountain every Saturday night at 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. featuring the best of Nashville. We have had some wonderful singers, hit songwriters, and Nashville's rising stars have taken the stage. Come out this Saturday night and every Saturday night through the end of the year. Make it a date night or bring the whole family. Help us celebrate 50 years in the community. Music on the Mountain is free every Saturday night at Jim Oliver Smokehouse.
Hey, this is Sean Mayer. I'd like to invite everybody out to the Smokehouse every Saturday night for great music and awesome food.
Thank you very much, y'all.
Some people think that pressing their on-demand button will cost money or make their house explode or something. Of course, neither of these things is true. On-demand is just a way to access thousands of free movies and TV shows. The code to blow up a house is actually channel up, channel down, 2*, 77.
On demand, thousands of free movies and TV shows on your schedule, and nothing bad.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're pleased to have joining us on the stage now is Kurt Glick, who is the Recreation Department Director here in Tullahoma. Big day for you guys this past Saturday, Kurt.
Yeah, that's right. We had our 13th annual Soapbox Derby race.
It's kind of unbelievable that this is the 13th. Seemed like just yesterday it was we had the first one. Now I think you initiated this, didn't you? Did you not?
Yeah. We started this 13 years ago. I found out about how to get involved in Soapbox Derby racing at a recreation conference, and I brought it home to Tullahoma. It's something I'd always seen as a kid on Wide World of Sports, and I always wanted to do it myself. Never had the opportunity, so I thought I'd try to bring it to Tullahoma to give some of the kids here the chance to do that.
Okay, and it looks like a lot of fun, and you've been quite successful at this because you've actually had some people that won here, went on to win in Akron, I think.
Yeah, that's right. We've had actually 2 international champions here. The first one was Perrin Norris in 2004, and then the second one, he won in the stock division. And then a few years later, I think 2008, was Haley Vitale, that's right here. Another winner again this year. She won the super stock division in Akron, Ohio.
So Haley, they allow girls to do this?
Yes.
Of course, okay.
That's right. So that's some of your best drivers are girl drivers, if you can believe that.
Do you think that translates into when they grow up and start driving cars?
I'm not going to comment.
Okay. Who is the young lady in the middle here that says she's not speaking? She's not talking.
Caroline.
This is Caroline Cooper.
Caroline Cooper.
She is our super stock winner this year.
Okay. All right. And the young man on the end over there?
Trevor Mattisitz.
All right.
And he's our stock winner this year.
Oh,
he had a big weekend, too, because I understand on Friday night before the race, he was on the winning team in the city championship of his Little League.
Oh,
team,
okay.
And was the winning pitcher. Is that right, Trevor? So he had a big weekend, a big championship weekend for him.
Outstanding. All right. Now, Tell us a little bit, Kurt, about how these vehicles work. I mean, they actually build them themselves, I guess.
Yeah, the cars, they come from kits that are bought from the Soapbox Derby, and there's very strict stipulations on how the cars are built in a prescribed manner to make sure everything is even on them. And each division, we run the stock, super stock, and Masters division, and each one has the cars are a little bit different and the weights are different.
Okay.
So everything's held equal all for the drivers. So they try to keep it down to where the actual driving of the car is what determines the race winner.
Okay, so and I think we've got some video on this that we want to be. Are we showing this while we're talking? Okay, so we're going to roll that video in a moment, so you guys can comment on anything you might see there. There's your winners, I think, right there.
There is, yeah. That's all our. That's all the winners, first through third places in all the divisions. They all did a great job. We had 17 drivers in the stock division, 14 in the super stock, and 8 in the Masters division.
So this event has grown to the extent you've got major participation in this now.
Right, we do, yeah. And 2 years ago, and we did it again this year, we started the Super Kids division, which gives disadvantaged children the opportunity to race too. And they race in a two-person car that has someone else will drive the car for them. Another child will drive the car for them.
Oh, okay.
And it gives them a chance to experience the hill and the thrill of Soapbox Derby racing.
Right. Okay. So, who helped you build your car? Did you participate this year, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
My dad helps all the time. Yeah, he's the major guy to go to.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm sorry. We forgot to introduce Haley. We introduced her as the Super Stock International Champion, but she was the Masters Champion this year.
Right.
So she's going to be going to Akron again, see if she can claim another title.
And how old are you, Haley?
I'm 15.
15. So I assume you've really sort of taken a liking to this, have you not?
Yes, 7 years.
Yeah. When you come into this, did you expect to win when you came in? You did?
Oh no.
Did your dad help you with your car? Yeah. Okay. And since you just won on Friday night pitching, you probably came in and thought, I got this, right? Yeah. Okay. All right.
I think Trevor did real well in the race last year too. I think second place last year maybe. So yeah, he got second place. And I don't know if it's ever happened before. I can't recall, but I can't remember it happening. But he came out of the elimination bracket to win. So he actually had to beat the person in the winner's bracket twice at the end. So I mean, it was real. He had a long way to go to climb out of that bracket and get up there and take first place.
You mentioned, Kurt, the skill level that it requires to do this. How do they steer the cars, and how does that work?
Maybe they can tell you better, but there's a little T-handle in the car that steers. There's not much play in the steering, but the cars move a lot.
Okay. So do you guys get to practice driving these cars, or when you go down that hill, is that the first time you've driven it?
Well, they have. Most of them don't have much chance to practice. It's really hard to find the space available that would be safe to be able to practice car. But we have one practice run in the morning. That's pretty much it, and you better be ready to race after that.
So you got to be ready to go. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, we're out of time because I find this a very interesting subject, and it's amazing how well this is done and how it's progressed and grown over the years. But congratulations to all you folks there, and I guess, Kurt, maybe women are the best drivers. There's two of them.
That's true.
You don't have to agree with that, Trevor. All right. Thank you so much for coming today. We appreciate it. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back in just a moment with more living right after this.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has the checking, loans, savings, and traditional banking services you want. Plus free internet banking and bill pay, bank your change, Visa gift card, and lots more state-of-the-art banking services. We focus on the service and services you want. So you can bank when, where, and how you want. At our offices, or from just about anywhere. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need.
This facility was built literally on the international date line to bring Charter customers tomorrow's technology first. Like Charter Internet, which was just made faster again. With speeds up to 100 megs, you can download a movie in 2 minutes. The #1 internet service provider in the nation. Click.
Fogelman, good luck with the presentation tomorrow.
Already nailed it.
Get Charter Internet Express for only $19.99 a month.
All right, welcome back, folks. And you know what? One of the neat things about doing television locally here in Tullahoma is sometimes you get into a deal here and you have you know absolutely nothing about it. And I'm in one of those deals right now. I know nothing about this guest that I'm talking to, nor anything about what he's here for. So you just tell me what is your name now?
Hello, I am Reginald A. Farlander, and I am the owner and proprietor of Amazing Wonders Aviation Travel Company.
Okay.
And actually, I'm representing First Baptist Church in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We have our annual vacation Bible school, which is Amazing Wonders Aviation. Mm-hmm. And it will be taking place next week, June 11th through the 15th, from 8:30 a.m. until noon each day.
Okay.
And during that week, we'll actually be going to wonders, the natural wonders of the world, including the Northern Lights. We'll be able to see something about the Northern Lights, the Great Barrier Reef, Victoria Falls, the Matterhorn and Grand Canyon, and Paracutin Volcano. So some fantastic places that we'll be traveling throughout our week in Vacation Bible School.
Well, now this is kind of a new theme, is it not?
Yes, it's very exciting because we have the opportunity to play off of the idea that it is about aviation, and of course Tullahoma has a rich heritage in aviation, so we are going to have lots and lots of fun. There's a couple of things that we want you to know about, that your children, if they are in the ages of 4 years old through 5th grade, are welcome and invited to come and join us for that event. And it will be, again, 8:30 a.m., June 11th through the 15th. You can register online at www.fbctullahoma.org.
Okay. And FBC stands for First Baptist Church, I bet.
That's right. And so we're inviting them to all join us every day of the week. We're learning about God's power and how awesome it is. And so those are the things that we'll be doing. But we have a fantastic thing at the end of the week that we were really excited about, that we wanted to tell all of the people in Tullahoma about.
Okay.
If the children come throughout the week, we'll be giving them boarding passes, which on Friday night they will be able to go to the Tullahoma Regional Airport and present their boarding passes, and we'll have an event at a hangar there that is it's Chris Rounds' hangar that we'll be having an event there that night. Mm-hmm. And what we'll have is a variety of things that will be taking place throughout that night. One is that we'll have a paper airplane contest in which the children will be able to compete. There will be 2 divisions for the children. There will be one division that will be for the preschoolers, the 3-year-olds, all the way up through the 1st grade. Mm-hmm. And then the 2nd grade through the 5th grade will have a division of their own. But we're also including our teenagers and our adults as well. So we're giving them an opportunity to compete with the paper airplane contest. We'll be judging them on 3 different criteria. First of all, we'll be judging them with the idea of accuracy. Mm-hmm. We're going to try to fly those airplanes into a particular target and see how accurate they can be. Another area that we are going to be judging them on the basis of is their distance. So we'll fly those airplanes and see how far they can go. And our final area is that we're going to be judging on the basis of time in the air, so how long they actually stay in the air.
Okay. Now, are you going to be teaching them how to make these paper airplanes?
We'll give them some simple instructions. We'll give them the opportunity to just develop that on their own. We'll probably teach them a little bit, but most of it will be, they'll do their own decorations and their own designs throughout the week. Now, also, in addition to that, we have a few other things that will be taking place that night. We'll have Monty Hatcher, who is a local businessman. He will be providing barbecue for all of us that night for free. So we're going to definitely welcome everybody to come and participate throughout the week of VBS, and then come on that Friday night for the barbecue. We'll have inflatables, we'll have snow cones, and in addition to that, we have some incentives that we've worked out for the children throughout the week. If you get to be, and I have to make sure I get this correct,
okay,
there is a title that we'll be giving for the Outstanding Passenger of the Day for boys and girls and all the different age levels. And if you're in a preschool, your incentive is that if you get drawn from our incentive jar at the end of the week, you will be able to get a coloring book and a balsa wood plane. If you're a first or third grader, we're going to have some remote control plane pilots that will be there, and they will be giving demonstrations and lessons to those first or third graders that win. But the real clincher is that our fourth and fifth graders will be able to participate with Young Eagle Flight program and Chris Rounds, and they will actually get to fly that night of the family event, and that will be from 5 to 8 o'clock on June 15th over at Tullahoma Airport.
Okay, and I'll tell you what, you've really outdone yourself this time to make this interesting and fun for the kids, and
we are very excited about it.
I bet you get a lot of participation out of them. That's at First Baptist Church, and if you'd like more information about that, you can call the church.
Call our church office at 931-455-5461.
Okay. Did you fly down here today, buddy?
I did. I flew in this morning, and boy, are my arms tired.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for coming by. We appreciate it. And we will be right back in just a moment, right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Lori Thompson.
And I'm Mike Thompson, and Lori and I have bought the dealership back on Highway 55, Thompson Ford, Tullahoma, Tennessee. It's back, it's wide open for business, and ready to serve you guys in the community.
And we want to thank you for allowing us to raise our children here. We've been here almost 15 years.
We want to thank the community. Without you guys, we couldn't have done it. We know it was your support that allowed us to achieve this dream. Come be a part of the dream, something special. Come see us at Thompson Ford. Ask for Mike or Lori.
Our office used to look like this, but now with My Paper-Free Office from R.J. Young, it's easy. We've made all of our files electronic and stored them in our virtual filing cabinet, which gave us tons of space. And Bob here, a big promotion. Melissa can pull files in minutes and spends hours on Facebook. And Kyle's confidential files stay confidential.
We're not totally paper-free, right?
My Paper-Free Office from R.J. Young. It's that easy.
Good can overcome. That is where your contributions to the Salvation Army go.
We're back here. Welcome back, and it's always a pleasure to have Shelbyville and Bedford County guests over here in the Tullahoma area. It's Marilyn Ewing, and of course we're all fired up. We're going to get fit. It's a big challenge, 5K going on this weekend. It is. It's all being presented by United Way of Bedford County, and Dawn Hawley is the spokeswoman. She is the face of United Way, and it's always good to see you, girl.
It's good to be here.
Absolutely,
thank you, Marilyn.
Absolutely. And talking about getting fired up and fit, this is a kind of a unique thing now going on for Bedford County. Now you're introducing something a little different for us.
Very unique for Bedford County. I mean, most people would have heard of the Warrior Dash that was held in Manchester last year.
Exactly.
So we loosely based our event on the Warrior Dash. So it's not your traditional 5K where you're just running on asphalt.
Okay.
We have obstacles along the course. So it is still 3.1 miles, but we're going to have you in mud and climbing walls and hay bales.
Yeah.
So
Now,
very
see,
exciting.
You could be scaring me at the time because, you know, if I don't really choose to do that type of thing, what can I do though?
You can go around the obstacle. So if you just want to enjoy the day and get out there and get fit and support United Way, come on out because the obstacles, the way they are situated, you can go around them. So an individual who's not comfortable with the obstacles, feel free to go around them.
Absolutely.
So
we must mention the location. Beautiful Bell Buckle, Tennessee.
It's gorgeous.
It's the Tennessee Fire Codes and Academy.
It is. I mean, we are blessed to have the Tennessee Fire and Codes Academy in our community, in our little county. It's the only state-owned and operated fire academy. And so it is beautiful. I mean, the location is gorgeous. Excuse me. So where we're having the obstacles is actually behind where most people would see. So even myself, when we toured the facility, I did not realize all that land was back behind the main
Perfect.
portion of the campus. So it is beautiful.
Absolutely. Let's back up a little bit and talk about United Way. Of course, this is nationwide and such, but Bedford County is so fortunate because we have Dawn Hawley, and you work so hard, tirelessly, in getting these agencies and entities fed with all of the fundraisers that you guys have throughout the year and such. Let's talk about some of the fundraising that you do and some of the things that you know, how you help all of these entities.
All right. Well, traditionally, most people are familiar with the employee campaigns and the fall campaigns where we go out and we talk to employees about, you know, taking $1 out of your paycheck. It doesn't take much, and all of those dollars really do add up.
They do.
And so all of those dollars collectively go out to agencies that provide direct services to citizens in Bedford County. So most people are going to be familiar with Child Development Center, Senior Citizen Center, Adult Education. So it's quite a variety of different entities who receive dollars from your contributions.
That's right. That's right.
And so it's really important for people to understand how their dollars are utilized and that they do stay local. And most people just don't realize that each United Way works independently. So the dollars we raise in Bedford County do stay in Bedford County.
Absolutely. On the average, how many fundraisers do you actually have throughout the year?
Throughout the year, we do the traditional campaign in the fall, and then we have a fall 5K, which is the spectacular in October, and then of course we have this spring 5K or the summer 5K coming up for the Fired Up and Fit. So really we only have 3, but you know, we have a lot of activities outside of fundraising that are initiated throughout the year. So we have a child safety fund, we have a child safety initiative and Water Safety Day and Child Safety Fun Fair. We do Stuff the School Bus where we collect school supplies for children in Bedford County, and the list just keeps going and going. We are continuing to form partnerships and just provide additional services to Bedford County.
There are several individuals, I'm sure, that assist you as director that make all of this happen, because it's hard work just putting on the smallest of things sometimes. So.
It is. Well, you know, I'm a one-person staff, so I depend heavily on volunteers. So my board, you know, you have to have a strong board, and I certainly do. I'm very blessed with a very strong board. Activities such as this Fired Up and Fit, we have a separate committee that has worked tirelessly, meetings every week and making sure we have appropriate sponsors and that our obstacles are set up and that kind of thing. So we have very strong committees, from the 5K to Stuff the Bus to child safety. We have very strong, very active committees. So we're blessed.
Those sponsors, let's talk about those. Who are they?
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to miss someone, but our main sponsors are Heritage Medical Center. We have some local physicians who are also sponsoring the event. WLIJ, Atmos Energy. Shelbyville Times-Gazette is always so very supportive.
They jump right in there.
And they just jump right in there, so they're wonderful to us. Elaborate Images, of course the Tennessee Fire and Codes Academy. We cannot do this event without them. Roger Hawks and his staff have been phenomenal. So to work with in pulling off this event.
Absolutely. So. It sounds like it's going to be a wonderful event.
Yes,
I think the weather is going to hold out for you as well.
I think the weather is going to be fabulous. So of course I'm wearing my
beautiful
shirt.
T-shirt. And this is a unique shirt because it's more of a silky type material. It's not your ordinary cotton thing going. So.
This is the tech shirt. And unfortunately you would have had to have registered before oh goodness, May the 25th. May the 25th. So you've kind of missed out on the tech shirt. But the same exact shirt, we will have cotton. A cotton t-shirt. You will need to have registered by today, by the end of the day. So you can register on active.com by 11:59 p.m. tonight. And then, unfortunately, the fee after today, the fee goes up to $60. So right now it's a $50 fee.
Exactly. And that $60 fee actually is a walk-up fee, or
that's the day of walk-up fee.
Yeah, sure,
yes,
sure. Now there's going to be other things going on as well. There's going to be food and music and.
Yes, I mean, you have to keep people pumped up. So we have to have good music. So we're going to have some some music playing and some food vendors there to sell hot dogs and snow cones and all of those wonderful things. But each participant will receive a t-shirt and a participation medal. We haven't advertised the participation medals very much, but each participant will receive a participation medal, and they're very cool. They're not your standard participation medals, so we want people to get in on that.
Sounds good.
We do have a hero theme going on right now, so we want people to know about that.
Okay. Now, I know there's always a goal when you're doing the fundraisers and that type of thing. Are you kind of getting close to hopefully you're exceeding the goal, and this will put you over the top?
It should, yes. I mean, we do have goals every year. The economy just, with United Way, it's affected it's everybody, nonprofits, small business, large business. We're just doing the best we can, and we're appreciative with what we have.
Absolutely. Okay, so what time do we get there Saturday morning?
You need to be there by no later than 7:30 because registration is 7 to 7:45. And then the races start at 8 o'clock. And so when I say the races start at 8 o'clock, we'll do these in waves of 20 every 5 minutes. So you might not be racing at 8 o'clock, you might be racing at 8:15. But based on our numbers that we have so far, most of our waves should be through by 8:40, something around there. So even if you have to wait just a little bit, it'll just be nominal.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds like a winner and such. All of the money, of course, collected and such will go right here in Bedford County.
United Way of Bedford County.
That's right.
It's raised here. It stays in Bedford County.
All right. Absolutely. For additional details, any questions that individuals may have, numbers, websites, and things of that nature?
Office number is 931-684-6685, and our website is unitedwaybedford.org. And so on the home page is all of the information regarding the race, including directions. And our brochure has how to get there, how to get to the Fire Academy on Unionville Deason Road. So all of that is on our website at unitedwaybedford.org. Of course, we do have a Facebook page, so I hope that people will like us.
I love them on Facebook. Absolutely. Well, the lovely Dawn Hawley has been our guest today. It's always good to talk to you. You're so pleasant and you're so well spoken. So I love this. I love it. I love it. You'll have to come back. Keep us updated on anything that's going on with the United Way of Bedford County. You're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We have a lot going on. We have something going on June 21st, so I might have to come back and talk about that.
Come back and talk about it. It's Fired Up in Fitness Challenge. It is going on this Saturday, June 9th, there in Bedford County at the Tennessee Fire Codes Academy, Bell Buckle, Tennessee. Of course, Dawn Hawley, no better person to speak with us on that particular issue and event going on. I'm Marilyn Ewing. Stay tuned. They'll return right in just a moment with more.
This is a tree that was never chopped down to make a crutch that was never needed. By a child who never got polio. Because vaccine was never in short supply. Thanks to people whose compassion wasn't either. Over the years, Rotary Club members have helped immunize over 2 billion children against polio. Soon, the world will be polio-free. Rotary, humanity in motion.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back and we're getting ready to close this deal out after a great show. But before we do that, I want to introduce somebody that's really important to us. That's Miss Cindy DaCosta, and she is here today to present us with a certificate of appreciation.
Yes, sir.
And that is because of, tell us a little bit about your program.
Well, this is our 4th year at Tullahoma High School to offer at-risk students the ability to participate in a work-based learning program, which actually helps them receive a credit at school for work, as well as being able to teach them soft skills through a mentor in the community or a business site that they are working 8 hours a week at. So it's been wonderful. And we've had a young man, Ryan Goodwin, who has been here with you at the Channel 6 News, and that is one of the reasons I want to tell you how appreciative we are of all the support that you've been for him. And my little sources tell me that he's been wonderful here, and y'all just loved having him here too. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, that's the truth. Ryan has brightened our situation here. He's a completely wonderful young man, and Jim is the one that located him or found him. At the red and white football game.
Exactly, and I didn't even know his name, but we captured him on film, and he was repeating some of the lines we used for the news, and we captured him on film and used that clip. And we had to ask somebody, if you know this young man, please tell us what his name is.
Right. And then one thing led to another, and we opened, and that door opened for us to be able to have him participate here through the program. And I just want to tell you so much. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it, and I look forward to any other opportunities that might be available in our community for participation with our program as we continue to grow it and serve the students of Tullahoma High School.
But you know, I have to say, Cindy, that you were instrumental in making all this happen, because you came down here one day and we're thinking, can we pull this off, or do we have time to do this? And Cindy was not taking no for an answer.
Good job. You know? I do that well.
So
she's a good sales girl.
She is that. I'm telling you.
Every opportunity, I think that there is a place for every student, and that comes out of the high school, and it's just finding that one spot that they can serve the community and give back, and that's what we're trying to train them to do.
And Ryan did 2 things that we just couldn't seem to get done.
Exactly.
Is he ended up doing the weather on the Saturday news was his spot, and he got Chip Ramsey here on time. None of us have been able to do that.
That's great. That's wonderful.
And we're getting the big X. Listen, folks, you find this lady right here. All of you folks in the community, find out what she does for these young students and for our community. You will be impressed. You will want to be involved.
Thank you.
Be safe at Bonnaroo. Don't get too hot, too high, or too out of place.